Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping by. And today we bring you two massive games and a massive episode for you. We got Real Madrid in the first leg of the quarter-final of the Champions League. And then we go to Anfield and play our arch rivals, Liverpool, in the league. First versus fourth in that one. We have played some games since we last met against Porto, but before we get into all of that, as always, if you are enjoying the series, hit that thumbs up down below. Follow it up if you are new around here with hitting that subscribe button, and then tick that bell so you're notified every time a video goes live. Right, let's get straight into it. So 2-0 win against Porto. Great guns, and that got us through to this game against Real Madrid. We then went away to St Mary's and scraped a 1-0 win away at Southampton. Simone Teresiano scoring the goal there. Picked up a few little niggles with Zagadou and Cook, but we got over the line and kept the winning streak going. We then went back to St James's Park and beat West Ham comfortably 3-0 after we beat them in the Carabao Cup a month before. Teixeira, Fetiarp and Moise Kean scoring the goals and getting us a 3-0 win. And then probably the toughest game of the lot, away at Tottenham at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Aldofo, 20 minutes on the clock, scored the goal, and we played really, really well. If you have a look at the defensive four there, all above a 7.0, which is great to see, and locked down Harry Kane. Didn't score past us this time, and a 1-0 win away at Tottenham. And then again, came back to St James's Park and another comfortable win at home. 3-1 from Swansea. Ayer, Keane and Fetiarp picking up the win. Jean Murillo scored the goal for the Swans 3 minutes from time, but it was just a consolation. And Antonio Marin again picking up a little bit of knock. Last couple of years he's been a little bit injury prone as Antonio Marin, but managed to get over the line with a little bit of a rotation in the squad going into this game against Real Madrid. This is how the league looks. Us and City now on level playing field with regards to games played. 32 games played with us both, but we've basically taken the lead in the league stakes. 5 points clear now with all games played, and say those games in hand with one, and say top of the league now by 5 points. United, there now is a gap between them and us and City, so I think it is a two-horse race going into the final weeks of the season. We do play Liverpool in fourth, so that could bring City back to us in the weekend when City play Everton at home, and Everton having a really poor season at the minute of it. Say 15th, 36 points. They should be safe with that point tally at the minute, but a few more points and they'll hit that 40-point mark. Reading all relegated with 5 games to play, only picked up 9 points in the entire season. It's been a woeful campaign for the Royals there. Right then, let's get into this game. Let's go and see if we can get something to take to the Santiago Bernabeu tomorrow. And this is the lineup. So this is the lineup, and as you can see from the tactical style, we've changed things up a little bit, and I'll go through that in just 2 seconds. We've got Rakitic in goal, Van Zanten, Polcone, Zagadou and Balao are the back line. Cook and Teixeira in the middle of midfield. Arnie Meyer picked up a knock a few episodes back and still not recovered. He's out for 3 days, so he won't be playing at all. Zakari on the bench, a good replacement to bring on if we need to. Embolo on that right hand side, he's just recovered from a little bit of a knock, and he should be okay for today. Maddison in behind Fetiarp and Moise Kean on that left hand side. Changes made in the roles. Keane goes from an inside forward to a winger. Maddison from an advanced playmaker to an attacking midfielder. We've gone positive on the mentality, and we've just stripped back some of the instructions. Really, to be fair, we've taken off run at defence and be more disciplined. We're going more standard with a little bit of a higher tempo. We've taken off work the ball into the box, and we're just passing into space ever so slightly, just to get some of our faster, more kind of strength players in on the game. As regards to the transition, this pretty much stays exactly the same. The only thing we have taken off is counter press and roll it out so the keeper can do whatever he wants with regards to distribution. And what we've done here, we just gone back to a higher line on the defence, standard line of engagement with the attacking 4 or 5 players, and we've gone extremely urgent on the pressing intensity, not being stuck in as well, so hopefully that'll help our yellow card situation as well. No players on a yellow card going into this quarter-final first leg, which is good to see. Let's get into it. I've talked a lot. Let's get into this game and see what Madrid are bringing to St James's Park. So unlike most teams that we've been playing this season, they are going with a 4-2-3-1, like for like. Usually we get a 4-1-4-1 or some sort of kind of 3 at the back with a defensive midfielder and only 1 up front as well. So good to see Madrid come in and trying to get an away goal. Courtois in goal for them. Hakimi, Tar, Bido, and Hernandez are the back line. Nicola Barella comes back to St James's Park, and he's been on fine form since he left us. Tony Cruz in alongside him in the midfield. Cheki's under on the right-hand side. Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side with Isco and Andrea Belotti up top for Los Blancos. On the bench, Lewandowski's there. Bruno Fernandes being linked with a move to United in real life. Ronnie Lopez and Rodrigo, their youngster, as well. Let's get into this game and let's see what we can do against the mighty Real Madrid. Andrea Belotti puts Madrid 1-0 up. First highlight of the game, Isco coming down this right-hand side. He chips the ball in and Belotti just headers above Van Zanten. Terrible way to start this game. Away goal for Madrid. Cruz going to whip this ball in. 8 minutes gone in this first game. Bido gets a header on there and high and wide from him. But yeah, haven't started well in this first half. Keane's gone straight through the back of Cheki's under and he's been sent off. A horrendous start for Newcastle. We're going to have to bring Madison off, I think. Put Marin on that left-hand side and probably drop it down to balanced. Confirm that change. Down to 10 men. 1-0 down as well in this first leg. Horrible start for Newcastle. Marin going to get that ball into the back post. Zagadu's there. Heads just over. Our first clear-cut chance in this first half. And we carry on with Van Zanten's throw in. Embolo goes back to Van Zanten. Can we make something with 10 men on the field compared to Madrid's 11? Teixeira, can he get a through ball to Fetiap? He goes over the top and Bido is going to get that ball back to Courtois and Barella into Tony Cruz, but a good tackle by Teixeira. And now Fetiap trying to get that ball out to Embolo, but good press from Embolo. And Bido finds Barella again. And they're going to calmly get this ball out from the back. Theo Hernandez now on a little bit of a run, but Teixeira putting his foot in yet again. Been fantastic for us in this game. Goes for a shot. Narrow angle, but great play from the young Portuguese. And now Brilian Bolo is injured. So not only down to 10 men, we've lost one of our main players and we don't really have any other winger on the bench. Teresiano might have to play out on that right-hand side. And down to 10 men, Mbolo's gone off and we're 1-0 down coming into half-time, and that is going to see us through and been a horrible game so far for us with regards to what's gone on. I'm just going to tell everybody it's time to dig in and see if we can really bring this game back into our own hands, because at the minute, Madrid are having it all their own way. Courtois with a goal kick 10 minutes in to the second half. Bocconi wins that header, but only goes down to Theo Hernandez and Vinicius Jr. into Tony Cruz. Good blocking from Cook and Teixeira. Fetiap whips that ball out to Marin on this left-hand side. He cuts inside. Lovely through ball to Fetiap. He's going to beat Courtois there. And what a goal that could be in our season. Fetiap with his 24th goal of the year. Lovely assist from Antonio Marin. And we're back on level terms. Fetiap gets that ball out to Marin. And it's a lovely through ball from the Croat into the German's path. And he beats Courtois to the ball. One apiece. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 20 minutes to go. Hakimi into Ronnie Lopez and back to Hakimi. Gets that ball in. Van Zanten finds Akari. Now Teresiano. Can we break again? But he's been surrounded by 2 or 3 Madrid players. Get the ball over top. Bira's been caught and Fetiap scores another one. What a turnaround from this Newcastle side. We're down to 10 men and we've turned it around. 2-1 now on the night. Teresiano, he's been surrounded by Madrid players. He finds a lovely ball over the top. Bido, that's a poor touch. And Fetiap's there to pounce on it. 2-1 Newcastle, 20 minutes to play. And that is the final whistle. up, backs against the wall job for us here at St James's Park. It was all Madrid in that first half. Belotti scoring after the first minute. Moise Kean being sent off after 12 minutes, plus Mbola being injured after 41 minutes. But we come back in that second half. Fetiar 10 minutes into the second half, scoring a lovely goal, a lovely assist from Antonio Marin. And then 20 minutes from time, he scores again. Lovely brace from Fetiar, and it allows us to take something to Madrid to try and get through to another Champions League semi-final. But coming up next, it's Liverpool in a few days' time at Anfield. Can we dust ourselves off and do it again? So here we go then. Title race is hotting up, and these are the last fixtures, last 5 games of the season for both teams, us and City. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win this title race? We have got Liverpool away, Reading away, and Arsenal away. So 3 away games in our next 3 matches, whereas City have got Everton, Spurs, and Liverpool all at the Etihad. It then flips. We have Spurs at home and Cardiff at home, and then we finish our season at Leicester away. They have United, the Manchester derby, 3 matches before the end of the season. They have to go to Old Trafford and probably win that match. They've also got Leicester away, and then they finish at Brighton, finish at the Amex Stadium this season. So yeah, that's the running for both teams. Who do you think is going to win the league this year? As I said, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But this is going to be the lineup for Liverpool. So here's the lineup for the game against Liverpool. We've got the same back 5 that played against Madrid, the same midfield that played against Madrid. 1 force change on that right wing area because of Mbola's injury. David Neres comes in on that right hand side. And 1 enforced change was from me. Marin comes in for Moise Kean after he stupidly got sent off against Madrid. Maddison keeps his place, as does Fetiar, with 2 goals from him. Back up to 25 goals this year after a very quiet year last year. You can see here only 12 goals from him in the league last year, but 4 more goals, 7 more appearances, better form from Fetiar, which is what we want to see. And on the bench, Dodo, Bastoni, Zakaria, Bridges, Teresiano, Moise Kean, and Aldolfo. Let's get into this one. Let's see what we can do. First versus fourth, massive game. We've got problems with our wingers. This time, David Neres out with an injury, a red injury as well. Didn't go orange, went straight red. Lower leg injury for David Neres. We're going to have to bring Moise Kean on and probably just switch him and Marin around, because Marin can play a little bit better than Moise Kean. We'll start the game. 10 minutes gone, and first highlight goes to Liverpool. Sancho now into Tonali and into Naby Keita, but again, Teixeira, fantastic for us so far in today's episode. Been snapping at everybody's heels and doing a great job in that box-to-box midfielder role. Moise Kean cuts inside, trying to go for a cross. Bellew does go for a cross, and Marin's at the back post, and Marin scores. Bellew, lovely ball across. Just went a little bit too high, I think, for Fetiar, but Marin was coming in at that back post to score the goal. Kean causing issues on that left-hand side, surrounded by 4 or 5 players. Bellew, though, lovely first-time whip over Virgil and Fetiar, but Marin's there. 1-0 Newcastle. Cagey affair with this one at Anfield. After that goal, nothing happened at all in that first half. Liverpool, a few more shots on goal, less possession, and we're not really creating anything at the minute. Going to make a change to one of the roles, actually, that helped us, I think, against Madrid, and I think it might help us here at Anfield. Going to go to the team talk. Keep it calm and just say things are going well, but you are capable of even better. Again, going to keep it all calm. Say you weren't that bad. You believe we got what it takes, and I'm just going to switch him up from an advanced forward to a complete forward on attack. I made that switch after we went down to 10 men against Madrid, and it just drops Fetiar back ever so slightly, not that far high up the pitch, and it did seem to work for us in that game against Madrid. Let's start this second half, and let's go out and hopefully pick up 3 points against Liverpool. Santos Lima on that right hand side into Tonali, and Teixeira on his bike again. Keita, a little bit of time and space, and Rakitic pushes that over the bar. 10 minutes gone in this second half. 2 more changes made. 25 minutes gone. Teresiano comes on for Maddison. Zakaria comes on for Teixeira. Ran his socks off, did the young Portuguese in the middle of midfield. 15 minutes to go. Still 1-0. Largely Liverpool all over us here, but not being able to break us down. Final action of the game, final 20 seconds. Is it going to be heartbreak for Newcastle. Santos Lima on this right-hand side cuts in, finds Ben Woodburn on the attack into Grimaldo, and he fires one just wide of the post, and that is going to be that. Full-time whistle goes. A goal from Marin on the 11th minute. The only goal to separate the two sides, and defensively again, absolutely solid at the back. Matthias Belau, 8.0 for him, and no one below a 7.0 for our defence. And Antonio Marin scoring the all-important goal. Fantastic performance from us there. Well done, lads. Good win. Gets us the 3 points, and City still have to play this weekend. If you have a look here, they play Everton in the 5 o'clock kickoff. And before we finish this episode, I'll fast forward and see exactly where that sets us up in the Premier League. Neres out for 3 weeks, another winger now injured, and Teresiano out for 3 days. So wingers going down left, right and centre. I'll see you in a couple of minutes when we see exactly how City got on this weekend. So we go then. This is how City got on. They beat Everton 4-1. Juan He Chan scored a hat-trick, and Lautaro Martinez scored another one, and a dominant win there for City at home to Everton. Keeps us 5 points clear of them in the league, and again just opens that gap a little bit more between City and United. And we will be back next time for that second leg against Real Madrid. 2-1 lead going into that one, and we'll also bring you the Arsenal game, first versus 8th in the league, and we go to the Emirates. It's not been a happy stomping ground for us in recent years, so hopefully we don't slip up at the Emirates. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're enjoying what you see around here, and then follow it up by ticking that little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live in your sub boxes. And until tomorrow, 5:30, second leg of the Champions League against Real Madrid and Arsenal in the league. I'll see you soon.